Welcome to our video tutorial today. Are you trying to build a hot jar file using Netbeans and Apache Ant? If so, you're in the right place. Building a taut, lent, chill jar file can be a bit tricky, but don't worry. We've got you covered. In this video, we'll take you through the step-by-step process of creating a jar file using Netbeans and Apache Ant. That is, building a tool. Ideal word, let's say, around building wire jar file is an essential skill for any Java developer, as it allows you to package your application into a single file that can be easily distributed and run on any machine with a Java Runtime Environment. But why is this important? Well, think about it. When you're working on a project, you want to be able to share your work with others, whether it's colleagues or clients. And what better way to do that than by packaging your application into a single file that can be easily shared and run. In this video, we'll cover the basics of building a taut jar file using Netbeans and Apache Ant. We'll take you through the process of creating a new project in Netbeans, adding dependencies, and then using Apache Ant to build your project into a taut jar file. Wow! So, let's get started. The first step is to create a new project in Netbeans. To do this, simply open up Netbeans and click on File New Project. Then, select Java under the Categories list and choose Java Application as your project type. Once you've created your project, you'll need to add any dependencies that your project requires. Dependencies are essentially libraries or frameworks that your project needs to run. To add a dependency in Netbeans, simply right-click on your project folder, select Properties, and then click on the Libraries tab. Now, let's talk about Apache Ant. Apache Ant is a build tool that allows you to automate the process of building your project. It's essentially a scripting language that tells Netbeans what to do with your project. To use Apache Ant, you'll need to create a build XML file in your project folder. This file will contain instructions for how to build your project. That will be. So, how does Apache Ant work? Well, when you run the build command in Netbeans, it looks for a build.xml file in your project folder. If it finds one, it reads the instructions in that file and follows them to build your project. The build process typically involves compiling your Java code, packaging any dependencies, and then creating a jar file. Now, let's break down what happens during the build process. First, Netbeans compiles your Java code into bytecode. Then, it packages any dependencies that you've added to your project. Finally, it creates a jar file that contains all of the compiled code and dependencies. So, what are from this video? Here's a quick summary. To build how build a charge. To build unchain jar file using Netbeans and Apache Ant, you'll need to create a new project in Netbeans and add any dependencies that your project requires. You'll also need to create a build XML file that contains instructions for how to build your project. When you run the build command in Netbeans, it looks for the build XML file and follows its instructions to compile your code, package dependencies, and create a file. And that's it. That's how you can build a jar using Netbeans and Apache Ant. We hope this video has been helpful in explaining the process of building a jar file. If you have any questions or need further clarification on anything, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials and videos on Java development. And if you're feeling generous, please consider sharing this video with others who may find it helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.